Hey football fans, today we're going to rank the top 10 quarterbacks in the 2016 NFL Draft. Let me know what you think about this video in the comments below. Feel free to leave your own top 10 list, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe so you can see more videos.
Number 1. Cal quarterback, Jared Goff.
Despite having tiny hands at the NFL Combine, Jared Goff might be the safest option to take early on in this draft due to the fact that he's got elite accuracy, he moves well in the pocket, and he's got really good arm strength. He's 6'4", which is an ideal height for a quarterback, but his small frame makes me think that he might not be able to withstand the beating that a quarterback takes in the NFL. He reminds me of Sam Bradford coming out of college, which is ironic because I think that the 49ers would be the ideal scenario for him to fall into in the draft. And also Chip Kelly handpicked Sam Bradford last year for his system in Philadelphia.
Number 2. North Dakota State quarterback, Carson Wentz.
Carson Wentz is more of a 1B than a number 2 in this ranking. I gave a slight edge to Jared Goff due to the level of competition that you can evaluate him against compared to the level of competition that Wentz faced in the Missouri Valley Football Conference. All my concerns with Goff are related to his physical stature. That's definitely not the issue with Wentz. At 6'5", 235, he definitely looks the part of an NFL quarterback. Wentz has the stronger arm and is more mobile than Goff, but I'm worried about the transition from a small school to the speed of the NFL game. It's worth noting that a small school quarterback has not gone in the top 10 since the late Steve McNair was drafted number 2 overall out of Alcorn State. The highest a small school quarterback has been drafted since then was 2004 when Ben Roethlisberger was drafted number 11 overall out of Miami, Ohio. In my opinion, Roethlisberger coming out of college was a much better pro prospect than Wentz. The ideal scenario for Carson Wentz would be to go to a team that does not expect him to play in his rookie season and has a veteran quarterback that can pave the way for him. Hopefully for Carson Wentz's sake, he can slip by the Browns at number 2 and fall to a team with a better supporting cast that can allow him to sit and groom him properly and wait till he's ready, rather than throwing him to the wolves in his rookie season.
Number 3. Memphis quarterback, Paxton Lynch.
Although I ranked him at number 3, Paxton Lynch is actually one of my favorite quarterback prospects in this draft. He's physically gifted and has shown great pocket awareness, avoiding sacks and limiting interceptions, and his ability to scramble is one of his more underrated traits, although he's not the type that just runs the ball if his first read's not open. The biggest knock on Paxton Lynch is that he will be taking snaps from center for the first time when he joins an NFL team, but traditionally, quarterbacks with a quick release such as his find a lot of success in the NFL as long as they're capable of making good decisions, which he's shown at the college level. The Rams seem to be the ideal landing place for Paxton Lynch because he's got a big personality just like LA, and they really just need a quarterback to get them right over the hump.
Number 4. Penn State quarterback, Christian Hackenberg.
Christian Hackenberg is one of the trickier prospects to evaluate because he had such up and down years at Penn State. But by now, everyone knows when he was a freshman, he had Bill O'Brien as his head coach and Allen Robinson to throw the ball to. After everyone rolled out on Penn State due to their NCAA punishments, Hack was left with very little talent to play with, but he stuck around and showed great resilience after taking a pounding in the pocket behind their weak excuse of an offensive line. The arm talent that Hackenberg possesses is something that NFL coaches dream about in a quarterback. The last 2 years at Penn State didn't ruin Hackenberg. Some teams can be very happy with what they see when they surround this guy with an actual NFL talent. The biggest loser from Brock Osweiler to go into the Texans is easily Christian Hackenberg. He was an obvious choice for the Texans to take in the second round, but now I think that they'll go away from the quarterback position, leaving a team like the Chiefs or maybe the Cardinals to draft him as their quarterback of the future.
Number 5. Mississippi State quarterback, Dak Prescott.
This may come as a surprise, but give me Dak Prescott over Connor Cook any day of the week. Prescott needs to get better at going through his progressions and avoid getting rattled by pressure if he's going to succeed in the NFL. He's not going to come in and win the starting job in his rookie season, but a team with an older starting quarterback like the Cowboys, Jets, or Saints would be a great place for him to refine his mechanics and potentially develop into a starting quarterback down the road. Even though his recent arrest for a DUI was poorly timed, I don't think that should have any kind of impact on where he goes in the NFL draft.
Number 6. Ohio State quarterback, Cardale Jones.
Cardale Jones is another quarterback that I would take over Connor Cook due to his greater potential to become a starter in the NFL. He's got the strongest arm in the draft and solid athleticism that reminds me of Dante Culpepper. I don't judge him by his play in 2016 because Urban Meyer had him constantly looking over his shoulder, and that's no way for a quarterback to perform at a high level. The historic run that he led the Buckeyes on in the 2015 college football playoff could have had him drafted in the first or second round last year, but he chose to come back for his senior season. Ultimately, his draft stock loss could be an NFL team's gain and work out best for his overall success. A team with a long-term vision of Jones as their quarterback down the road can select him in the third or fourth round of the 2016 NFL Draft and allow him more time to develop as an NFL quarterback.
Number 7. Michigan State quarterback, Connor Cook.
My breakdown of Connor Cook is a little bit brutal. I believe he's got one of the lowest ceilings of any of the quarterbacks in this class. He's inconsistent and wildly inaccurate, and his lack of leadership qualities make me question if there's even value to having him as a backup quarterback. If you think that my comments on Connor Cook are off base, please let me know in the comments below and convince me why an NFL team should waste a draft pick on this guy.
Number 8, Louisiana Tech quarterback, Jeff Driskel.
Jeff Driskel is very interesting as a developmental prospect. At this point, we're looking at quarterbacks that are going to be selected very late in the draft, so instead of selecting a guy with a low ceiling, I'm going to take a flyer on someone that I think brings something extra to the table. Driskel was supposed to be the next Tim Tebow at Florida, but injuries and inconsistencies derailed his career there. After transferring to Louisiana Tech, Driskel showed improvement in his ability as a passer to go along with his sneaky athleticism. He ran the fastest 40-yard dash of any quarterback at the Combine, which certainly gained the attention of NFL scouts. For some reason, this guy has Chip Kelly written all over him. I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers reached on him in the 5th or 6th round.
Number 9, NC State quarterback, Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett is another Florida transfer with an NFL arm, and he's built like a truck. He kind of reminds me of a poor man's Jameis Winston. He relied less on his mobility in 2015, which shows development as a passer, and elevated his game against tougher opponents like Clemson and Florida State, which is what you want to see from a college prospect. Brissett had some bad habits and is going to need some good coaching to reach his full potential, but I could see a team taking him in the 5th or 6th round with high hopes for him to eventually develop into at least a above average backup quarterback.
Number 10, Alabama quarterback, Jake Coker.
A lot of people won't like this final ranking because Jake Coker is like the anti-Christian Hackenberg. He got to play with the best talent in the country, and Alabama won a majority of their games without consistent play from him. You know, that's the usual Alabama quarterback storyline. However, during the college football playoff, Coker elevated his game and made some big-time throws that surely caught the attention of NFL scouts. He's clearly got the size, he's got decent enough arm strength. As long as he's not rushed into it, I think that he could eventually be a really solid backup for a long time. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please hit like and subscribe. It really helps us out here and allows us to make more videos. I'd like to start doing these on a weekly basis, so with you guys' support and feedback, I can go ahead and start doing that.